and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabre, here for another day of the 31 days of Halloween Spook-Tacular. Yes, indeed. Oh, Halloween is almost here. Where does the time go? My goodness gracious. But I recently watched Scream on one of my movie marathons, and inspired me to talk about my Scream collection. As you can see, I have my Ghostface shirt here on. Yes, indeed, for the appropriate regalia for the subject. And it is well known from here to Timbuktu that your old pal Professor Macabre likes the Friday the 13th series. It's my favorite series. Well known, this. It is. Yes, indeed. And as such, I like collecting the Jason masks. Whenever I come across a Jason mask, I buy it. If I, recently, a couple of years ago, I started making my own Jason mask, so that I have one of the masks from each one of the movies. And I've made a couple. I still need to do part 6, yes indeed. But there is another serial killer in movies that has a wide range of different masks, yes indeed. A lot of masks. I think it far exceeds, actually, Jason. Jason does have a nice variety of different looking masks throughout the years. But this other serial killer, which is Ghostface, has way more masks than Jason by far. There are so many Ghostface variants that Fun World, that to my knowledge is the company that owns the rights to the Ghostface mask for distribution and sale. It's insane. If you want to collect every single Ghostface mask in history, well, it's going to take you a lot of money, a lot of shelf space, and a little effort to track everything down, because I myself have very rarely come across Ghostface mask variants, you see. Yes, indeed. I've gotten a few, but it's nowhere near the amount of Ghostface masks that are out there in the world. Yes, indeed. But I wanted to showcase my very small and humble Ghostface collection, and talk about some of the Ghostface masks that I wish I could get somewhere down the line. Yes, indeed. Now, I will go by order of purchase, and the very first Ghostface-looking mask that I have is this latex mask that is more inspired from the Scream, that painting of the figure that's kind of looks like an alien. It's like, that's the look that this mask, which is now part of La Llorona, is actually more akin to, you see. But it does look like the Ghostface. Yes, indeed. And then the next mask that I bought, and I think I bought this through Facebook Marketplace, if I remember correctly, is this zombie Ghostface mask. Yes, indeed. Curious that I wasn't able to find a regular Ghostface, but I found the zombie Ghostface mask. If I remember correctly, this was the design that they were going to use for a Scream 4 before they decided to go the route that they did. But yes, this is also very similar to the look of the weathered Ghostface mask from Scream 6. Yes, I think it's Scream 6, where the killers are using masks from previous Ghostface, like Stu and Billy. But I really like the look of zombie Ghostface. Yes, indeed. You can see a lot of cracks and details, and it's supposed to be a zombie, not withered. But this was the first, actual shrouded Ghostface mask that I was able to buy, and I was quite happy that it was this zombie Ghostface. Yes, and I'm going to put you there. And the next Ghostface mask that I bought, move that here, is, where is it? This one. Again, very difficult to grip things with the gloves. There we go. This is the next Ghostface mask that I bought at Walmart. Yes, indeed. This is the tagged Ghostface mask. And this is, I don't know much about all the different versions of Ghostface. I collect masks because I like collecting spooky stuff, and especially where it's about a horror franchise that is not my particular super all-time favorite, but I still enjoy. But I do know that this is what is called an ultra-white mask. Yes, indeed. Where Fun World released these, and it's a very shiny, whitish kind of mask, and looks a little bit more droopy. But yes, this is a mask that was for sale for a long, long time, but I just never came across one until a couple of years ago. I went to Walmart and they had this one. I was like, oh shit. I've been looking for a Ghostface mask for years, and this one was $8 back in the day. So you can tell this was a number of years ago, because the Ghostface masks have gone up in price. Economy, inflation, tariffs, what have you. But I was like quite happy to get this. But I will admit, the shininess, well, I wasn't a particularly big fan of that. And, but I got it, and I liked it, and it was a nice display piece to go with my zombie Jason. Yes, and zombie Ghostface. Then I picked up this one. Also, another Walmart purchase. But I saw this one, and it's an ultra-realistic Ghostface mask. Yes, indeed. Very similar to the latex mask that I have for La Llorona. Same similar kind of whale there, but this is a realistic looking Ghostface mask. And I saw it, and I was like, and this is not like whatever the other material. This is plastic, hard plastic. But I liked it. I thought it was really cool. The look of this really realistic Ghostface mask that's shrouded. And again, but it is, again, very, very similar to the latex mask that's on La Llorona. Yes, indeed. But I like it. I like it a lot. Also, didn't pay that much. I think this one also cost me $8. But when I bought this one, I saw someone, I can't remember who it was, someone on YouTube say that they got a new shipment of different Ghost-faced masks that year. That weren't the ultra whites, that shiny material. It was more akin to what it looks like on the movies. But unfortunately, as it tends to happen a lot, the scalpers, and I do want to make that distinction between resellers and scalpers, because they are two different people. The scalpers are the scum of the earth, and they buy everything up, and then hoard it, and then sell it for 3, sometimes even 4 times the price. I've seen it in Facebook Marketplace here in Mexico. I see a post about people that have like 20 masks, and they're selling them for ridiculous amount of prices, and I hate those kind of people. I know, the times are tough and you want to make money, but Jesus Christ, you don't leave anything for the rest of the people that are fans. But they also had that year the new Ghostface mask that I saw, and the withered Ghostface masks from Scream 6, I'm sorry. Also would have liked to have gotten one of those, but they didn't have them. But I saw this guy, and I wasn't going to leave the store without any Ghostface mask, so I bought this one, and I'm glad I did, because it is a very cool looking, realistic take on Ghostface. Oh dear. Then the next one I bought is actually a purchase last year. I'm going to go with this one, because again, I said I was going to go through order. I found this in the Mexican equivalent to Dollar Tree, and it's where I buy my a budget Jason mask that I later repaint. And it's this little plastic, very thin plastic Ghostface mask with an even thinner, very thin shroud. I don't have I'm actually legitimately afraid to put this on one of my patented Dollar Tree napkin holder with a foam head and plastic stands, because I don't think the shroud will last that long. And I have debated whether to leave it like this as a curiosity, a cheapo mask that I bought, or actually put it in a proper display. But I am legitimately afraid that this thing is gonna break apart because it's super thin. It's almost see-through. But it's just a really weird, curious thing that I came across, and I decided to buy it. But yes, the quality is... This is actually really, really, really cheap plastic. Very thin, very brittle. Nothing compared to my really cool Jason masks. Indeed. Then the next one I bought. What was the next one I bought? This one. Bought this one at a flea market. And it's one of the Ghostface bleeding masks. Yes, indeed. I don't know how old this thing is. It looks pretty old because it's yellowish. These things are usually clear. They have the way that they work is that there are two layers. It has a clear layer, that's the molded face, and then it has on the back a white mold that's actually all painted, and they're glued together with a little tube, and then through that tube goes blood and it starts bleeding. But this at a flea market, and it does have all the tubes and the pump for bleed, but it has a crack here on the back of the chin, which unfortunately will not allow it to hold blood. It will just drip through there. But I liked it. Again, I don't know if this is an old mask or it's a newer mask that was just weathered through the elements, and that's why it looks kind of yellowish. Doesn't have a date, so I don't know. I know there's a much sought after version in the 90s that came out. That's this, and then they've re-released it a couple of times throughout the year, so I don't know if this is an original one. I don't know if it's a new one that's sunburned. Who knows? But I liked it, and it's a really interesting gimmick. I'm actually seeing how I could, if possible, fix that leak and then pump fake blood again and have this thing bleed like, because that's really cool. I remember that effect when I was a kid and when I was younger, and then when I was a teenager, and I loved anything that dripped blood. I still do, but this is one that I found at a flea market, and I quite like a lot. Yes, indeed. And the last Ghostface mask that I've bought is the one that I bought this year. I won't be able to grip again. There we go. Very difficult to grip things with these Darth Vader looking gloves. But this is the EU Ghostface mask that I bought this year at Walmart. Now, it's called EU, from what little research I've done, is because it has a stamp on the bottom that says EU. And from what I've seen or heard, they're going to stop making the ultra whites for the most part and start releasing these, which are vinyl masks that have a very pleasant vanilla scent to it. I quite like the smell of it. Yes, indeed. This one's in the spooky shed, and it makes everything smell vanilla-ish and cool, and I like that a lot. I don't know how long the vanilla smell is gonna last, but it's quite pleasant. And this one, the face looks better. The other one called Ultra White's kind of squished in the eyes. This one is really cool. It has a plastic thing on the back to help it keep its shape. I think the look of the design is more accurate to the movie, even though I don't know why it has these tassels. I don't know about what's the deal with that, but all Ghostface masks have this tassels, and they don't have tassels in the movie. It's just one solid hood, but yes, bought this one. This one's a little bit more expensive, but I was very fortunate to be able to find one. This is the mask that I wanted to get when I bought the realistic Ghostface mask, as well as the withered one, but of course, they were all sold out. And that was like 3 years ago, I think I bought that realistic mask. Then last year I didn't come across any Ghostface mask, and it wasn't until this year where I was able to find an EU stamped. Again, I don't know what EU means. I just hear people mention that, so I'm repeating what I hear. But I really like it. The smell, again, the smell is very pleasant. Out of all the masks, this is my favorite one because it looks the most like the Ghostface in the movies, and it smells delightful. Yes, indeed. And it has a tag there. And there's a lot of really cool Ghostface masks. Like, there's an obscene amount of Ghostface masks out there in the world. Of the ones that I wanted to get this year, they had a really cool pink one. It had a sparkly shroud, and it was painted sparkly. I would like to get that one. It looks really cool. Just because it pops differently than the other black and white masks. A pink with a sparkly pink mask. Really wanted to get that one. But unfortunately, the scalpers got to it. And it was not in any of the Walmarts that I hit. Yes, indeed. Freaking scalpers. And they have a really cool devil one, which I've heard is from a game called, I think it's from Until Dawn or Dead by Dawn, I don't know. But it's a really cool red mask with horns. Really, really cool. And then there, of course, there's the neon ghost face masks, which have a neon orange, neon pink, neon green, neon blue. Looks really cool. Then there's Echo Zero, Cha Cha Cha, Baby, showcased a hockey mask version of the ghost face mask. I was like, holy shit, that's freaking cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And what other one I saw that I really liked? There's a Santa Claus ghost face mask. Because, if Art the Clown can dress up like Santa Claus, so can Ghostface. And that one looks really cool, too. But there's an infinite amount of, quite literally, of Ghostface masks out there. Those are just the ones that I wish I could track down and buy and add to the collection. Because I don't have the storage space for owning every single Ghostface mask ever made. But I would like to get... Oh, and the Wither one. I did mention the Wither one from Scream 6. It's very similar to the zombie one, but it's not as gray. It's more like yellowish with still cracks and stuff. I like the Wither one from Scream 6. But hopefully someday. They say if you live long enough, eventually you'll be able to have everything you wanted. You might not be young enough to enjoy it, but you will eventually come across it. And that is my hope of being able to come across those really cool Ghostface mask variants that I am missing. Yes, indeed. Do you collect Ghostface mask? What's your favorite version or variant of the Ghostface mask that you've come across or you yourself own? Or of the ones that I've showcased? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, Happy Halloween!